Donald Trump rolls out endorsements in Texas. It's July 10th, 2025, and these are your headlines. In a move telegraphed months in advance, President Trump has endorsed nearly every Republican state lawmaker in Texas who voted for the state's new billion-dollar school choice program, fulfilling a promise reportedly made during the legislative session. Now, when Senate Bill 2 passed earlier this year, lawmakers were reportedly told by Governor Abbott that Trump would have their backs come election season if they voted yes. That political assurance seems to have paid off. Only one Republican in the Senate, that's Robert Nichols, who is retiring, and two in the House, Representatives Dade Phelan and Gary Van Dever, opposed the measure. Now, Trump's Political Action Committee, Never Surrender, is sending out endorsement emails to those lawmakers who helped push the bill over the finish line. And that move hasn't come without some pushback. Last month, the state Republican Executive Committee passed a resolution urging Trump to withhold endorsements until after November 8th. The timing would allow the party to complete potential censure proceedings under Rule 44, which penalizes lawmakers for straying from the party's legislative priorities or core principles. Some activists have also cast doubt on whether Trump is personally involved in the endorsements or if they're being driven by political operatives in his orbit. Either way, the endorsements are now landing in inboxes across the state, setting up a primary season where Republican incumbents can campaign with Trump's backing, even as some friction continues inside the party. Two Chinese nationals allegedly hacked into U.S. research centers, including multiple facilities in Houston, during the early months of the pandemic, aiming to extract sensitive COVID data for the Chinese government. On Tuesday, the two Chinese nationals were named in a newly unsealed 9-count indictment from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Texas. Zhu Ziwei and Zhang Yu are accused of carrying out U.S.-based border intrusions between February 2020 and June 2021 at the direction of the Shanghai State Security Bureau, a division of China's Ministry of State Security. Nicholas Ganzhai, U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Texas, stated that the indictment alleges that Zhu is hacking and stealing crucial COVID-19 research at the behest of the Chinese government, while that same government was simultaneously withholding information about the virus and its origins. The indictment claims the two men breached systems at two Houston universities and multiple research institutions in North Carolina, gaining unauthorized access to sensitive COVID-19 research. Just last week, Zhu was arrested while disembarking from a flight in Milan, Italy. It's now awaiting extradition to the United States. Zhang remains at large and is believed to be in China.
Howdy, folks. It's Chris Salcedo from the Salcedo Storm podcast. You might know me from my TV show on Newsmax or my radio show on AM 700 KSEV in Houston. As a veteran broadcaster, author, and conservative political analyst, I've teamed up with Texas Scorecard to take a no-nonsense approach to the toughest questions Americans are wrestling with every day. Join me on the Salcedo Storm podcast, where I challenge the status quo and bring you fresh perspectives on the national, state, and cultural news. Tune in weekdays, available wherever you listen to podcasts.
State regulators have again cited the Harris County Jail for failing to meet state jail standards, marking its third noncompliance notice just this year. The Texas Commission on Jail Standards issued a notice of noncompliance on June 30th, flagging the jail for not conducting required face-to-face inmate observations and for missing a mandated fire safety inspection. The citation came just days after 3 inmates died within 48 hours in county custody, which brought 2025's in-custody death toll to 10, matching the total for all of last year. During an inspection from June 23rd to June 27th, officials from the Texas Commission on Jail Standards documented several safety violations, including inmates being held in holding cells beyond the state's 48-hour limit. Inspectors also found an instance in which an inmate in a court holding cell went 5 hours and 15 minutes without the required face-to-face observation, significantly exceeding the mandated 30-minute interval. Additionally, the jail failed to complete a mandatory fourth-quarter fire safety inspection, and fire alarm control panels were discovered in trouble mode, signaling malfunctions in the facility's fire alarm system. Many of the jail's problems stem from severe overcrowding. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.